Welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. This week we are in Santa Barbara Design Center examining the fascinating history of decorative Buddha statues. We have already looked at the similarities and differences of Buddhas from two distinctive locations. Soon we will look at a third, but first let's talk about Buddha in art. From the time after his death to the 1st century AD, Buddha was depicted as a man with many artistic representations focusing on his living acts. By the 2nd century AD, there was a shift toward Buddha as an icon. As seen in northern Indian, Pakistani, and Chinese Buddhas, the representation became more anthropomorphic. Rather than showing stories or impressions of Buddha with others, the focus was made on just Buddha himself. It is interesting to note that Buddha is an extensively used subject in arts such as sculpture, paintings, and literature, but not in music and dance. With the establishment of the Silk Road, the teachings of Buddha expanded to Japan, the Korean Peninsula, and further. Interactions with the West also allowed artists to adopt Greek styles of presenting the Buddha. The Indo-Greek Buddhas are an incredible example of the fusion of two cultures in one work of art. Now let's examine some more Buddhas from my personal collection. We have these two impressive Buddhas in a scale that usually you don't see. Usually they're smaller. These are very big, and the reason is probably was made for an important monastery or a temple. You can imagine having these as nowadays as decorative objects, but they will make any house into a sanctuary immediately. And they are made of solid wood, and they have had a lot of colors on them. As you can see, just remnants of it left. They had some greens, some reds, some blues, and they are in the meditation pose, and they're quite beautiful. They are different than the ones we saw in the last two segments. They don't have any gildings on these, and they are a whole lot bigger and more important than the ones we saw so far. They are between 300 to 400 years old. You can see a lot of cracks in them. You can see a lot of old patina on them. The cracks and patina guides you to the age of them. They're quite unique. I have not seen too many pairs of them. During the Chinese Revolution, Maoists burned a lot of them, and there is very few surviving that period. Quite impressive and unique. They will make a great objects of the art in any collection or any home for that matter. Hope you have enjoyed this look into the history, impact, and beauty of the mysterious man known as Buddha. If you wish to see any of the Buddhas shown in today's episode, come to Santa Barbara Design Center.